Hey everybody, Tom Cherry Holmes with the FujiNet project, and I wanted to do a rather unique video here showing how transparent the CIO handling and SIO handling is for the end device by essentially doing a file copy from the end device over onto a disk. So for this, we're actually going to use our usual setup here, and we have right here what's called the N handler. We're going to take and eject this guy real quick and load up the N handler from DOS 2. This is a special version that runs in DOS 2 with a slightly different load address, so I can just test out the functionality. We'll mount it read-write, and we will mount it. Here we go. So now we have that in place. We'll go ahead and load the N driver. FujiNet's now ready, and at this point I can set a prefix. Now at this point, N is now mapped to that web address, and anything that I put after N colon in DOS here will get prepended, as I have said before. So let's go ahead and try something here. I have a copy of Buried Bucks over on a web server at this address, so and just like that, copy it over. There we go. And to prove that it made it over here, there we go. Now we'll do this a little bit differently here. We'll now do this from Sparta DOS. So we go ahead, and I'll go ahead and mount a copy of Sparta DOS here. And we will go ahead and mount the N handler, drive 2. There we go, much the same thing here. We go ahead, run indev, run a prefix, and let's see where things stand here. Yeah, I copied it off, that's fine. So and here we go. Again, as you can see, no matter what operating system we're under, since this is actually integrated at the CIO level, it just works. Now I'm having to do a number of things to make this just work. There's a lot of file name translation, file spec translation that's going on underneath. For example, in DOS 2, I get both the source and the destination file names separated by comma, and I have to determine which one of them belongs to me. Very bizarre, but there you go. Interestingly enough, DOS 1.0 doesn't have that problem. OSA Plus has a slightly different issue, which I will show next here. We'll go ahead and erase this file. And we will go ahead . Alright, let's eject, and put this in the nhandler again, and then we'll just boot directly into nhandler, which is a copy of OSA Plus here. Now there may be situations like, say for example, where copy will take and mangle inside of a particular operating system, may mangle your file spec beyond recognition, and it won't do that if there's no file spec after the device. So for that, in prefix will even work in this situation. In that case, you give it the full path. It'll happily take the full path here, so that when you actually do the copy, we actually have to have ndev loaded, don't we? Good thing we set the prefix, so I'll go ahead and load ndev and this will just work. Here we go. But you can see right here that it literally took and added a wildcard. And I have to take those wildcards and basically munge and process them, get them out of my URL so that they won't conflict. So there you go. As you can see, it basically there's going to be a lot of work that comes into making this just work, but I wanted you guys to see basically what I have in store and what's going to be possible. Now for my final bit, I'm actually going to take, just as a quick little test here, this is a simple little text file. It's just my startup script here, and I'm going to take and bounce it across a socket and use netcat to take and display it. So give me a moment. We will open it up, and within a few moments, give me just a moment to resize this window to something a bit more palatable. Excuse me there. Alrighty. I'm going to take and run netcat here to open up a socket on port 2000. Oh, do I already have it running? I apologize. I may actually have a Sigwin window running here. Yes, I do. Pardon me. I will get rid of that so it will run over here. So now we have a socket sitting, ready to go, and we're going to copy this file to it. But first we have to set the prefix for it. My host is TMA1, port number 2000. And voila. It took, copied the file, closed the socket. There we go. So more to come, but I'm trying to give you guys a little insight into the bits and pieces that I'm having to take and work through to try and make this all the network operations as transparent as possible. So until next time, guys, have fun.